All right, Aquarius, it looks like the Three of Cups. It's time to rejoice. It's time to get out in the world, connect with those that you have a heart space with, enjoy life a little bit, find your gratitude, move some energy. It looks like you've been kind of hermiting for a while. I know the hermit is still here, but get out in the world a little bit. Communicate with those that really bring you great joy. And people have been missing you, Aquarius. You have been out of the picture for a little bit. So step back into uh, a social realm. Start accepting those invitations to festivities and even movies with your friends. But it's time to step out a little bit, get outside the house, get a little wind in your hair. And I know winter we all hibernate, so it's time to move the energy a little bit, get out and spread some joy, be with some friends. What crosses you is your temperance. So finding the balance. And what I'm feeling with this, Aquarius, is finding the balance between family and work. And, you know, with the holidays, we all had to do the grand juggle, or most of us had to do the grand juggle with this family, that family, kids, things of that nature. So this is the temperance. This is trying to find your balance, giving to yourself, making those decisions that you've put off for a while, Aquarius, and really stepping into your truth, stepping into some of your emotions. The water is lighting up for me here. And now is a perfect time, Aquarius, for you to step right into those emotions, feel them, process them, and release them. Don't just sit on them. Don't harbor things that you need to speak. It looks like you need to speak some truths. There's some frustrations in your heart. They are easily resolved. Just bring them to the forefront, bring them to the attention of the people that need the information to make those changes. But you are stepping in the water of change, Aquarius, and it looks like you are walking past some fears, that you have traveled on a path that was pretty much full of fears in the last year or so. And a lot of the things that you feared happened anyway. So you might as well jump in there and figure out how you want that change to look and put your information in there, and speak your truth on the frustrations. I'm feeling it could be on a family or a lover level. So there's some things that need to change for the better, but it looks like you're harboring some resentments, which are bringing some anger into it. So in order to relieve that, just speak your truth. It's a really easy fix. Very, very easy fix, because you're halfway there. You're stepping into the water of truths anyway. So continue with that, and continue with putting down the fear and just marching into your future and into your happiness. So what is above you, it looks like this is a 9 upside down. So normally straight up, it means that can mean you're losing a lot of sleep, that things are rolling around in your head and preventing you from sleeping or healing or eating. It is upside down. So some of the things that have been living in your head way too long, Aquarius, have taken a vacation. So it looks like you have rightfully put them away and stopped worrying about things that have not come to fruition. So worry about the things that are in your face. There is a lot of changes coming up. So embrace those changes. Put your opinions into those changes. Release those resentments and that are turning a little bit into anger. So release those resentments, but you've been doing that. And I want to validate you, Aquarius. Keep doing that. Keep speaking your truth. Listening with open ears and open heart when someone is telling you their truth will be easier. And it looks like that knee-jerk reaction stuff that sometimes, Aquarius, that you jump into as a defense mechanism has not been happening as much. That you really are listening with an open heart, open mind, and open ears. So you have really taken a big leap into some trust issues and into releasing some behaviors that don't work for you anymore, and being open to hearing what others have to say. So that looks like that's something that has just happened the beginning of December, probably because I know you've been moving towards that, Aquarius. So what is happening next is the Three of Pentacles. And this looks like you are gathering information. You are embracing a little bit more of your spiritual path, or at least trying to figure out what that means for those atheists that could be uncovering some of those mysteries. Pardon me. And but it really looks like collecting information on how to make things a little easier, and also renewing your faith in yourself and others. This takes a little effort. This takes a little imagination and absorbing some information. Pardon me. But it looks like you are collecting information about either religion, spirituality, how that looks to you. It looks different to everyone. Some people it looks like in the inside of a church. To others, it's walking in nature and has nothing to do with what people call God or the supreme being. I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to have to take a sip of my beverage here. Okay. So this does look like you are now rising. You are rising emotionally. You are rising spiritually. You are trying to connect the dots and what it means to you to be a living spirit on the earth. So you're collecting information. For some of those, some of you, it may be a meditation class. It may be a yoga class. But you are collecting information on spirit. And for many of you, it's just talking to a priest or wandering into a church. So, but there's something ignited about spirituality or the wisdom of the journey, shall we say. The Hermit is in the present position, and this is exactly what it depicts, taking the time to really think of what you want to do, how that looks to you, just listening to that inner voice, listening to the inner dialogue, and really shutting out the rest of the world and their opinions on what you should do, where you should be, how you should do that. It's really nobody else's business but your own. So now is the time to take some time, Aquarius, and take a look at what the next part of your life, what you want that to look like. So really separating yourself from your main opinion people before you make the decision. That way you will have no negative perspective, just your own. And that's what it's really going to take, is figuring out what you want to do in order to put those ideas into motion, which you have a lot of ideas. It's just putting them into motion. Come out of your head, Aquarius, and put some of those ideas, just one, into motion. And that's what this is. This is the ta-da! These are my new ideas. This is a 6. This is taking that mental idea and manifesting it, transforming it into the physical form, and holding it up high for all to see. So you may have a little bit more focus on you from the outside after you have made some decisions, but it really does look like you're healing yourself. You will have a little bit more attention on you than you normally have. It's not necessarily good or bad. It's just more people are paying attention and more people are listening to you. They are, your words now are having some gravity to it. They're not dismissing you. So people are listening to what you have to say. So go ahead and step up and speak your truth from your heart with love and kindness. But don't be afraid to be seen. Don't be afraid to be seen, Aquarius, because you have some good ideas that require your participation and some movement on the planet. So take those great ideas and put just one. Just put one out in the world and see what happens. And then the rest will follow. But there are a lot of changes coming up for you, and you've been kind of frozen in fear on which one to do, how to do it, how to save, how to get a job, things like this. But just take that first step into motion and the rest will follow. Free your mind and the rest will follow. That is so true for you this month, Aquarius. So that is in the future position. You are right on the apex of doing that. The devil is here too. The devil can be hinky behavior. It can be lying. It can be a test. I like to think of the devil as a test. That is, if you've been sober for a while, maybe somebody offers you your drug of choice. You had an affair, that person comes back to test you once again. So the devil is a test period. So you may slip back into some of the behavior that wasn't working for you, but it's in the basis here. So I believe the awareness of it will happen very soon, and you will be able to jump out of that either negative behavior, habit, addiction. It could be also for many of you a behavior, a relationship that is really a toxic relationship. They may invite you back in. So no is a complete sentence with a capital N at the beginning and a period after the O. So remember that, Aquarius. So there will be a little test in January. And there usually always is a little test when we have changed a really big life behavior that has been unhealthy. Usually there's a month or so of tests to just propel you more into your positive behavior. So it's just a test, and you can pass it, but just free your mind, the rest will follow. And so that is the basis. There is the Page of Cups here. Now, Page can be children. Cups are water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Also can be messages. So it can be a message from someone from the past. This Queen of Wands is lighting up here. It is right next to the Page of Wands. Page of Cups, which is right next to the devil. So I'm feeling that you're going to get a message, Aquarius, from someone from the past. It will be a test. It will test either your anger, your humility, your calm, but there is something coming for you that is from someone from the past. The Queen of Wands is usually a woman around 40 or older, or a wise woman. If they're younger, wands are fire signs. Fire are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So it looks like someone from your past, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, will test you a bit. And it looks like it'll come in a form of a message. And now that can be a physical visitation, that can be an email, a letter through the post office, a message through friends. But I'm really feeling very strongly that this is a message about a connection from the past that you are either trying to release or have released. So it's just a little test. It's just a little test. It's a little devil. The Death card is here also. Usually that means the ending of something. It is next to the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. I tend to believe this may be for many of you either a physical death, and it does not look like it's a surprise, but it looks like, death is always sad when it happens, even if you know it's coming for years and years. The King of Cups is a water sign. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm feeling that this card, this is a male, someone of great wisdom. It can be a woman too, but it's feeling more like a male. The valence is more like a male. And this is to someone that is a great confidant, someone that that can hold you up during times of strife. But it looks like there is a definite something that will rattle your cage here on a physical level. It does not look like it involves you. It may involve someone older than you. It could be an older parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, something like that. But there is someone here that will help you with the process. But this does feel like an illness, can be a physical death. But the Hierophant is right here too. So it can also mean an ending to a behavior that was not in integrity. The Hierophant is one of great integrity. It can stand for religious or moral integrity. It also can stand for doing things a specific way that people expect you to do it. And when the Hierophant shows up, a lot of times it can mean that you're breaking the chain. You're breaking the way that it's always been done. Just because your family has done it this way doesn't mean that's the only way to do it, or your husband or your partner or your mother. But it looks like the Hierophant for you in this reading, Aquarius, looks like you are breaking some old habits and some truths that really don't resonate with you as truth. So just because it's been done that way all these years doesn't mean it's right for you. So I know, Aquarius, you guys think way out of the box, way out of the box. So if there is something that works better for you within a family situation, I encourage you to embrace that change. Embrace that change and do something a little different for you. But this feels like a family pull, an ending to something, or either a physical death. The King of Cups, I believe, is someone to help with this transition and with this challenge, with this ending. But this is a person of great wisdom who is a water sign that is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Don't be afraid to ask for help, but it looks like someone will be there to catch you if you fall. To catch you if you fall. So that is your general reading for January. One for love, one for money, and one for health. So there is love, Knight of Cups. So that's emotions, Knights. I don't think this stands for a person. There could be someone coming to you if you aren't currently in a relationship, Aquarius. There could be a cup person coming to you, which is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or that you're cleaning up some things. Oh, there's two cards here. Okay, for love, Queen of Wands and Knight of Cups. I'm feeling that there's a little pull. There's a little pull in your love space. You may be making a decision between two people or two situations this year, Aquarius. So choose the new road. When offered two roads, choose the new road. So here is money, and money is the devil. Okay, so that's a temptation. It's a temptation with money. So be really aware. You know, if you don't need a new car, you don't really need to buy one. So be very careful with your money, budget with your money, and don't go for those off-the-cuff things, those big-ticket items without really thinking about it and without budgeting. I know you guys are very spontaneous, which is wonderful. Don't be so spontaneous with money. There is something that you will need to save for, and I'm feeling like there's travel or something coming, so don't be frivolous with your money. You know, if it's like my kids when they wanted another Barbie doll, they already had 20. You know, do you really need that extra one? It's the same thing, Aquarius. Do you really need that extra one? So be really wise with your money. Not necessarily cheap or frugal, but be wise with how you spend it and what you're saving for. And the health card is Temperance. So really finding your balance. Really find your balance between body, mind, and spirit. It looks like putting some effort into your own health, putting priorities on either your diet or healthy living, being around healthy, emotionally healthy people is also going to benefit you. So it feels like really releasing a lot of the negative mindset and the negative people in your life. Will bring you much more happiness, much more balance, and a better sense of well-being overall.